We gotta restart them.
Okay, you ready? You ready? Howdy, y'all!
Subscribe and all.
Hey there, YouTube. Thanks for joining us again today here at Escaping Reality. First off, I just wanted to give a shout out to a really fun channel. We actually had a chance to meet one of the creators at the International Market the other day. Terris, Thrifty finds. Really fun channel. I'm going to go ahead and link them in the description below. Check them out. But let's get to the video. Today we're out here in the greenhouse because it is 21 degrees outside, but it is a balmy 70 degrees in here. And we're going to be starting our winter seed sowing. Winter seed sowing is a great way to give your spring garden a little bit of a head start. For my spring garden, I'm going to be doing things like radishes, I have turnips, cabbage, cauliflower, collards, beets, broccoli, and some lettuces. All of those are going to be so tasty. I can't wait to have it. But because we are going to have a cold snap this week, I think we're going to have temperatures in the negatives overnight. I'm going to be bringing in these plants so they don't freeze. It won't be warm enough out here to keep them going. And because of that, and I want fast food really quick, I want to have veggies on my table quick, I'm going to be doing microgreens. Now, I kind of wanted to explain what microgreens were. I actually didn't quite understand until last year when I was growing. Mark got this package of microgreens when he was out, I believe at Lowe's the other day. And if you turn it over, well, it says a rainbow mix microgreens. If you turn it over on the back, it says it includes 20% beet, 20% cabbage, 20% kohlrabi, 20% broccoli, and 20% radish. Even though on the front you see them as a lettuce. Well, what we would consider a lettuce. The interesting thing about microgreens is most seeds can be planted and harvested as microgreens. All you're doing with microgreens is densely planting the seeds and harvesting them when they're really young. So like for this container of microgreens, I've never grown the pak choi cabbage or the kohlrabi, so I'm not going to be harvesting these as microgreens. When it gets a little bit warmer, I'm going to separate these seeds and plant them individually so I can harvest the full plant, not just baby greens. But how I can get some baby greens, I don't want these packets getting wet, it's like raining in here, is I can use my lettuce seed from last year. This is just some of what I collected from our last year's garden. And this was a butter crunch, I believe, which is kind of a loose leaf head. But if I densely plant them, harvest them in about a couple weeks, they'll be full of nutrition and we'll have fresh greens to put on our eggs. So let's get to so even though we have the greenhouse and it's still really warm in here, like I said, it's getting cold at night. And I also just wanted to show this option for people who don't have a greenhouse, is winter sowing in containers. I'm using water jugs because we do get a lot of distilled water and I don't want this to end up in a landfill. And it basically creates a little mini greenhouse. So all you do is cut all the way around and leave a little hinge. I definitely suggest leaving a hinge because it's hard to get that together without. You're going to fill it with soil, make sure you have your drainage holes in the bottom, wet it down, and it's ready to go. So in order to plant this, as I said, I'm going to use my lettuce seed that I saved from last year's garden. I wish I could zoom in, but this camera does not have autofocus, so we are going to take a good pinch of seed. Let's see if I can get it here. A good pinch, if you can see that. And you're going to really broadcast it thickly. You want to make sure the seeds are going to kind of be almost touching each other, and that may seem counterintuitive to what we think when we're planting, but it honestly, as they grow, they will not be completing for light. We will be harvesting them here in just a couple weeks, so this will be a perfect amount. After you thickly sow your seed, you're going to go ahead and give it another little mist. Lettuce does not really need to be mixed in or planted very deeply. I usually just rub my fingers gently over it, mix it in. Now, if you were going right outside at this point, I would close it up and I would tape it, much like how those are. But I'm going to leave this open for a little bit while we have some sunlight, let it soak up some moisture. And like I said, I'm just going to leave mine open today. I'm going to let it soak up some of the moisture in here. I'll bring it in tonight. I will close it up and tape it up, and then I'll probably bring it back out tomorrow and let it do its magic. I'm so excited. 2 weeks later, I'll have some fresh lettuce that we can add to some salads or on top of some fresh duck eggs. So I'll keep you updated, and if you're winter sowing right now, please comment below and let me know what you're growing, what zone you're in. I don't know about you, but I'm so ready for warm weather. I can't wait to see what everyone's got growing on. So until next time, bye.